Hey beauts, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a different kind of video for you guys. I'm going to be doing a get ready with me kind of video. I'm going to be talking about why I'm single and the sort of lessons I've learned from my heartbreak. So if you guys want to see what I'm talking about and also get ready with me and see how I achieve this gorgeous look, make sure you stay watching. Side note, my hands are very dry in this video. Yes, I'm very embarrassed, but it took a long time to film, so I'm not filming this again. So yeah, you're gonna have to deal with these dry hands. But yeah, I'm really sorry guys. If you're offended by dry hands, make sure you just exit this video right now. I'll see you guys in my next video, okay? Cheers. The filming to get ready with me is a lot more difficult than it looks. But yeah, I've done my foundation and my eyebrows. Today I used the Fenty Beauty. I used 410. It's quite dark for me, but because I highlight and contour, I like to use dark foundation. I wanted to kind of have like a chit chat with you guys. So I've recently broken up with somebody that I had known for a long time. And I just feel like what I'm about to say might be able to help somebody, which is why I'm doing this video, because I'm well aware that this video might make me come across as stupid, it might make me come across as wet, moist, whatever, but if I'm able to help somebody, I actually wouldn't mind. And this is actually going to be quite difficult to talk about because the wounds are still kind of fresh. Although I don't really like the person, I'm not somebody who drags people. So I'm not really going to be making it bait who the person is, or I'm not going to be talking about what like specific things that happened in the relationship. But what I am going to tell you is what I've learned from the relationship and advice that I can give to people who are staying in a relationship because they feel comfortable, or allowing a guy to disrespect her because she doesn't know anything else. No guy is worth being in a relationship where you're unhappy. That's number one. That's the biggest sign. If you're not happy in a relationship, why stay? And I think part of this reason had to do with self-confidence. I didn't really have a lot of confidence in myself, and that might be because of my weight. I don't really know why I didn't really have a lot of confidence, but I just didn't really have a lot of confidence. And like the thought of meeting somebody new and them getting to know me all over again, it just seemed really long. And because I had invested so much in the relationship that I was in, I was just like, no, I have to make it work, I have to make it work. So I was trying to force a love that just wasn't even there. And the saddest thing is, like, it wasn't until recently that I really started to love myself and started to realize I don't need to take this shit from nobody. Like, I didn't have to tolerate no bullshit from nobody because I'm a queen. And if this guy doesn't think I'm a queen, there's definitely somebody out there who will think I'm a queen, for sure. And that's basically why I made the decision to cut this person off. Now, it wasn't the easiest, but I know like there's people who stay in relationships for years and years, but they're too scared to cut this person off because that's all they know, or that's all they've been around. They're scared that if they lose this person, they lose a bit of themselves because you've invested so much. But sis, there's nothing more valuable than your time, because once your time is done, you can't get it back. It's so important not to waste time, because I definitely wasted time in this relationship. I could have cut this person off a lot sooner and still been okay now, to be honest, but because I didn't, it's now a lot more painful for me, because I'm at the age where I do actually want to have somebody that I can call my own, somebody that I can call my boyfriend. And because this guy had robbed me of my time, I feel like a lot of hate towards that person, because it's like, well, I wasted my time with you and now I'm stuck in this predicament because of you. But really and truly, like, I can't really blame him because I had a choice to leave. I just chose to be like weak, and it's so sad to use that word, but that's basically how I was moving. I was moving weak. It's not like he was really doing anything for me in the relationship, to be honest. I think he benefited more from the relationship than I did, but because I was comfortable, and again it goes back to self-confidence, because I wasn't really confident in myself and he just made me feel comfortable, I allowed so much to happen. And trust me when I say so much happened that sometimes when I think about it now, it just makes me want to cry. and it's things that I can't really talk to. Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna weep again. But it's things that I can't talk to people about because I know how it would make me look. It would make me look like really stupid, because believe it or not, people advise me so much against like what I was like allowing to happen. So many, you know what, the wine is what you need when you're in your feelings. This is my best friend. See, it dries up quickly. But yeah, anyways, it's not something that I wanted to talk about because people obviously like would have got tired with me talking about the same thing and talking about how this guy would disrespect me and stuff like that. But it was like I had to just deal with it myself. And like that in itself, like I didn't really want to tell my mum about like the details of what happened in that relationship, because I knew she would advise me to leave this guy straight away. But I really wasn't ready. And I know how it feels when you're not ready to leave somebody, but you know you should. Honestly, if you feel like you know already what the advice your friends are going to give you, it's probably the right advice, to be honest. You're just too stubborn to listen. The thing is, it's not because you feel like your friends are giving you bad advice or you feel like they don't understand the situation. I think it's because you think like the guy has allowed you to have false hope that things will get better, even though he knows that he's just playing games. He knows that, yeah, he doesn't really want you, but he must be benefiting some kind of way to want to keep you around, kind of thing. So when you get a guy who's always giving excuses about why, you know, you can't go this place together, or why you can't do this together, or doesn't even take the initiative to plan stuff, he's just not into you. Because guys know, they have mums. Do you know what I mean? They have mums, they have sisters, like they know what to do to make a girl happy. They just choose not to. Some guys, it's really true, some guys don't actually like doing romantic stuff, do you know what I mean? But if you're someone who likes doing stuff like that and you talk to your guy about it and he doesn't even try to change, then he doesn't really care. It's just a lesson learned, do you know what I mean? I feel like everything in your life happens for a reason, and I'm happy that I've got to the point, you know, I'm just 22 and I'm happy that I'm done with that situation, so that I can actually have time to meet new people. I can actually have time to go on dates now. I can actually have time to do things that I didn't do before because I thought that I had a chance with somebody who I really didn't. You need to know that you're worth a lot more than a guy disrespecting you, than a guy cheating on you. Like, you're just worth so much more than that, really and truly. And no guy is ever worth sacrificing your happiness for, because that's really all you have. What you tend to do is you tend to make excuses for these type of guys. You tend to be like, oh well, he's going through this, that's why he's behaving like this, don't worry, it will get better. Or if I leave now, it'll make me seem like I'm not loyal, like I'm not down for him during his hard times or whatever. You leaving somebody because they're not making you happy doesn't make you disloyal. We need to be selfish in life, in relationships, and everything. We need to be selfish, because if we don't take care of ourselves, nobody is going to. I'm just trying to think of ways or things that people might be thinking, which is why they're staying in that relationship. Like, I've already talked about like self-confidence and stuff, but like sometimes people are worried that if they leave somebody during a bad time, that they're going to be seen as a bad person. Let me be seen as a bad person then. I don't even mind, because my happiness comes before anything. It's not all about money, it's not all about, do you know what I mean? If a guy only has £10 to his name but he's able to sacrifice £9 for me, that's love. He doesn't have to drive a Mercedes, he doesn't have to, you know, he doesn't have to be doing too much. If his aim is not to make you happy and his aim is to make himself happy, he doesn't really care. As much as I'm trying to make you happy, you need to try and make me happy too. And if you don't make me happy, then bye. There's no need for this relationship anymore, because what are we really doing here? What are we really doing here? I always say this because it's true. A guy that wants you, you will never ever question it. I don't even know what kind of look I'm going for, guys, but I'm just doing whatever in it. I'm letting it roll. Like, it might be harsh sometimes because you'll be thinking, no, but I've known this guy for a long time, how can he not care about me? That's a lie, he does care about me. Maybe he's just going for such. Shut up your mouth, shut it, because he doesn't care. I see some relationships sometimes and I'm just like, wow, like, I'm not comparing, but I can tell this guy really likes this woman. Nobody has to tell me anything because of the way he acts. Sometimes I feel like guys are a lot more romantic than girls, you know, low key, because they really know how to ginger a woman's soul. But they choose not to sometimes, and it's probably because they don't care. Like, especially if you feel like you're always doing the most for him and then he doesn't even reciprocate that kind of love back. Just let it go, Jerry. I'm gonna tell you guys something that my mum taught me. It's never to depend on a guy. And I don't want to sound like a bitter bitch, yeah, but even if you are in a loving relationship, honestly, I just feel like it's so important for girls to have their own, because if anything happens, you need to know that you're good. I need to benefit from this relationship. I know the kind of girl that I am, and I know that any guy who's gonna be with me is gonna enjoy it. I'm not stingy with love, I'm not stingy with my money, and I'm not stingy with my time. Imagine, I'm a qualified nurse, I work all the time, but yeah, I had more time to spend with him than he had time to spend with me. Like, little things like that, and you're just thinking, am I a mug? Because I am quite young, there isn't a lot of people that are like me, that have a mindset like me. And I'm not trying to say this to kind of make it seem like I'm amazing or whatever, but like, I'm very, very mature for my age. I know this for myself, and I've built quite a lot for myself already. So as I get older, I start to realize that I need somebody who's really about building an empire with me. And as I started to be around this individual, I started to realize that, rah, like, I don't think we'll actually be compatible, because the things that I want in life, I'm sure he hasn't even thought about. Instead of me leaving, I decided to stay, because I thought that maybe he would think that I was loyal, or maybe he would see that I love him so much that I wouldn't just leave. Like, I want us to work at it. But he's probably just thinking, oh, look at this dummy, I've told you I'm not ready, or I've told you that this is me, you have to accept me for who I am. You haven't stepped, so you obviously know I'm the best that you can do. Well, that's a lie. It's so annoying, because like, when my friends tell me situations like this, I'm so hard on the advice that I give, forgetting that, rah, like, I have my own situation at home. I'm sorry, friends, I didn't actually realize how deep my situation was until I actually left the situation. And I actually realized that, rah, like, looking back at this situation, if I wasn't myself and I wasn't so wrapped up, the advice I would give myself would be a lot different than what I did. I have actually learned to be a little less harsh on my friends, because I know what it's like when you're in love with somebody, or when you're under that spell of love, you don't really see things, you don't really think clearly, you don't really think how you would think if you wasn't in that situation. I have to say this, like, if you feel like you're in a relationship, you're not happy, take a break. Take a break. When you take a break, you can look at the situation from an outside point of view. So I've come to the conclusion that I can't really blame this guy, because I'm the one that allowed it. And that's another mistake we like to make. Like, we like to blame the guy, but really and truly, the guy is only doing what we've allowed him to do. If you put your feet down at the beginning and you're just like, no, I'm not going to tolerate this, and if he does something and you literally just bounce, he would have had no reason to play about with me, because I wouldn't have given him that chance. Do you know what I mean? In one of my videos, my friend was like, how our Kim, if you've watched the Most Likely To challenge, I remember my friend was talking about, like, what, giving people second chances and stuff. If you've given someone a chance and they don't really realize what they have until they've made a mistake, sometimes it's good to accept back, sometimes it's good to give second chances, and sometimes it's not. Like, because sometimes just you just automatically know when something is for you or something is not for you, or sometimes you really need to let the person know that you're not a mug. And sometimes leaving is the right way to show somebody that you're not a mug. And you need to show that person that, rah, like, I can live without you, you know. I'm not ugly. I can get people, I can get guys. I'm only staying with you because I liked you, not because I had to. To be with somebody or to be around somebody for a very long time, you do have to care about somebody. And like, I'm not trying to say like he didn't care about me at all. I'm not saying like he was a horrible person. I feel like maybe he did care about me, but it just wasn't enough. That's what I honestly think. It just wasn't enough. He didn't care about me enough. I don't need that like distrust in somebody that I'm riding for, somebody that I'm trying to go hard for. I don't need to be feeling like I'm competing with other people, or like you're trying to disrespect me to these other girls. You hear these kind of videos and you're just like, yeah, like this is kind of my situation, but I'm not ready to leave or whatever. Please just take a break. I'm not even asking you to leave, because that's what some of these videos be telling you to do, and they're forgetting that when they were in love with somebody, it wasn't so easy to just leave. And that's the realness. It's not easy to just leave. Like, what I want to do now is just continue to love myself, continue to find myself, continue to make myself the best person I could be, so that when God does present me with the person I'm supposed to be with, I'm already suited and booted. That's why every time when my mum talks about like boyfriends and marriages, I always tell her that I'm not ready right now. Like, I actually want to love myself, because I think it's so vital. You can't really be in a relationship or want to be in a relationship and you don't love yourself. Like, it's just not gonna work. You need to love yourself. You need to fall in love with who you look at in the mirror, because if you don't, no man will ever love you more than you love yourself. And your man needs to know what you deserve for you to have a happy relationship. Because believe it or not, we're human. We like the good things. We like to feel good. We like to feel like, you know, this guy's really putting in effort. We don't like to feel like we're competing or fighting for somebody's love. We don't like to feel like, you know, we're not good enough for somebody. So the quicker we really start to realize that loving ourselves is key in finding a proper relationship, or leaving a toxic relationship, the better it is for us. There is actually guys out there that think that, oh yeah, because she has kids for me, or because she's known me for X amount of years, she ain't going anywhere, blah blah blah. So they feel like they can do this bullshit and disrespect and get away with it. We need to let them know it's not happening, it's not running. And I love women like that. It takes a lot of courage, because when you're older, imagine like being 40, you've been with someone for like 10 years, 10, 15 years, you have kids with them, and then they start to fuck up. This is how some people go into deep depression, you know. I was having a conversation with somebody. I feel like we've just accepted guys to be cheaters, and because of that, we're just allowing so many rubbish. And the thing is, yeah, it's like, I was having a conversation with somebody, and they were like, that if I was to come to them and told them that the guy, like a guy that I was dating for a very long time, was cheating on me, but he does everything else for me, like he looks after me, he looks after the family, that he would just tell me to just ignore it and get on with life. I had to look at that person twice and be like, oh, you're right. Because it's God forbid I will be okay with somebody cheating on me. I'm not saying that I will completely like break up with them if it was a one-time thing, but you need to show them that this is not acceptable. But then when a girl cheats on a guy, it's like World War III has started. I don't know how many guys that has been cheated on that takes their girl back. I don't really know a lot. But one thing I can tell you is that it's a lot less. So why is it that that's not acceptable then? Why is it that we're allowing men to cheat and disrespect us and do all these things, but then they don't allow women? I know I'm rambling, but I kind of have to, because it's to get ready with me, do you know what I mean? Sorry guys, I'm actually just finding a brush. If you see my makeup brush, this is just, I need to definitely condense this. Like, just stop going hard for people that don't go hard for you. Like, if you're in trouble and you can't count on your man to come and help you out, that's a problem. Like, but then you know that every time he calls, you're always there. I remember that happened a few times in the relationship that I was in before. Like, every time I had wanted this guy to help me with something, I can't even remember how many times he's actually come through for me. But every time he needed help with something, I was always there to support. I was always there to help. Do you know what I mean? I think I had asked him for something, and he was just moving mad slow. Like, he didn't seem like bothered to help. And he would always say, yeah, I'm not near my phone, or I wasn't near my phone, I didn't see the message, blah 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 blah. But yeah, that was the deal breaker for me. Because like, if I always go hard for you and then when I need you, you're not there for me, that's not a relationship I want to be in. I wasn't really going to make this video, but I thought, you know what, I might actually be able to help somebody. Ladies, we are amazing. Do you know what I mean? Without us, they're not going to be able to bond pick in. They're not going to be able to have babies. So if all of us are like, no, you're not going to treat me like this, otherwise I'm not going to be here, they're obviously going to have to come correct, because I'm sure at one stage in their life they're going to want to settle down, they're going to want to have kids. Especially if you're my age. If you're a lot older, I know there's a lot more like things you need to consider, like if you have kids and if you have like things that you do together, like pay for mortgages and stuff. It's a lot more difficult, it's not as easy. Especially if you're my age and you don't have any of those commitments. My friend, let this nigga go. Had enough. We've had it with you guys trying to take the piss, okay? So yeah guys, I actually made this hair by myself. Tell me what you guys think. Do you like it? Is it a yay or a nay? To be honest, I'm not even going to tag the hair company that that I got this hair from, because it was shit. It was rubbish. As soon as I dyed it, this hair just became nasty. Thank God for Heritage, the Heritage UK. I will tag them below. They are the reason why I'm able to brush through this hair like this. So yeah, tell me if I did a great job, man. Frontals are definitely hard to do, so if I did a great job, make sure you let me know so that I know to do more. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I didn't waffle too much. This is honestly one of the hardest videos I've actually had to film, but I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys loved it. I hope that what I've been able to share has been enough for somebody out there to realize that you really don't need to take shit from anybody. If you have any questions, please leave it down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah!